Hey YouTube, Sose. Kind of new at this, but been like seeing a whole bunch of videos about coming out, and kind of got me wanting to do the same. So here it is. Hope you guys enjoy. Uh, well, I first thought about coming out like a while ago. Not a while ago, like right now, but like when I was in 8th grade, thought about coming out, but I didn't really know. At beginning of 6th grade, it was when I started to get like these changes in thoughts. Like, I don't know, guys would be always like, oh, this chick's hot, or something like that. And I would be like, oh yeah, just check it out, right? But it didn't feel right. But yeah, like I got these little thoughts where I saw a guy, I'd be like, oh, damn, something. And, well, yeah, it didn't really want to, like, think about it, so I just try to ignore it. And sort of got to the point where I was like, what's going on here? You know, I don't know. Just 7th grade, the locker room. And that's where I started to get the idea that something was going on. There wasn't just something like a phase or I don't know. But yeah, 7th grade was pretty much my revelations here. That makes sense. But I've had the crush. I've had a crush on the same guy for like since 7th grade. Right now I'm a 10th grader, and I've had a crush on him ever since 8th grade. It was summer, 8th grade summer. I was texting and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I am. So I texted my friend and I told her, um, I have something to tell you. And she's like, what's wrong? And I told her, I think I might be gay. And she was like, well, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, pretty sure. And she was like, oh, that's so cool, that's awesome, and I always wanted a gay friend. And, it made me feel kind of good. Um, After that, though, like, I started telling more people. They were okay with it. Mostly, they were pretty much all girls. I didn't tell any guys, because you know how homophobes are, and pretty much guys. But, yeah, um, 9th grade, I think it was. Yeah, 9th grade. I pretty much went the whole 9th grade just still in the closet. Um, I'd go with my friends, girls, and we'd go to the mall or to the movies, just hang out. But yeah, ninth, at the end of 9th grade, summer, this one guy, he out of the blue just requested me on Facebook. So we started talking. He was like, "Hey," I was like, "Hey," and we started talking about other things. And then he was like, um, "Yeah, I'm really weird," or something like that. And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "I'm bi." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm gay, so it works out." And then he was like, "Oh, really? I didn't even know." And we have the same last name, so it was like, I don't know if we're cousins or not. So we're not. Nothing happened, pretty sure. Um, but yeah, then like a few weeks later, he actually, well, not him only, but before summer ended, like 3 weeks before it ended, I went on Facebook and I was just like right there, just I don't even know what I was doing, but I was texting, and then him and my friend, they were just like talking and talking, and then I got the idea of coming out like right there and then. So I told. him that I'd be right back and check Facebook in about 10 minutes. So I went on Facebook and I put it as my status. I put, can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm gay. And just a whole bunch of comments just started going, didn't stop. And I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna get off of Facebook for like an hour. It's just so everything will settle down. And then I told my friend, told him to get on Facebook, and he's like, really, you did it? And I was like, yeah. And then my other friend, she was more of a like, if I do it, or I told her, if I do it, will you do it? And she's like, yeah, sure. So I did it, and then she was like, didn't know you were gonna do it, so she didn't do it. Um, but yeah, she's bi, so yeah. Um, but yeah, I eventually told, like, I went to my dad the next day, like, I'm serious. Next day, I went with my dad to some place, I don't know, but it was like 2 hours away, and I had my phone, and then I was like, oh crap, my stepmom's gonna find out because, well, her sister is one of my classmates, so it's like, she's gonna find out. So I texted my stepmom, and I told her that I needed to tell her something, and she was like, "What? What's wrong?" And I was like, "I need your help to tell my dad something." And then she just told me like, "Okay, what's up?" And then I told her, "I need help on telling him I'm gay." And she was like, "Stop fooling around. I'm busy. I have things to do." So after that, I just didn't text her. It felt kind of bad. My friends, they're just commenting on Facebook. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's okay. It's not your fault. It's they accepted me basically," and it was pretty cool, you know, having your friends accept you, but like knowing that your dad might or your mom might tell you things because of it, it was kind of scary in a bit. But it was like, what the hell, you know? But later on, like a week before school started, no, not even a week, like a week and a half before school started, um, I was talking to my dad, or we were actually just in the living room. We were watching TV, plasma, like right there. Yeah, but we were watching TV right there, and well, at that time it was when Ricky Martin, I think, was the one that came out, and they were passing a commercial on something, and like, so the commercial ends, and then my dad just out of nowhere, he looks at me and he's like, "So you're in that kind of club now?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "The gays." And I was like, oh shit." Um, but my stepmom, she was just watching TV like nothing. My dad was talking to me, and we started talking about a whole bunch of things about how, or he asked me actually why I think I was gay and if, like, just a whole bunch of questions, and then I told him that I don't know, it just came to me. So um yeah, after that I just went to bed, and I was actually kind of like scared at that time because he kind of didn't seem like he'd be happy about it. So I was like, I don't know what to do. So I texted my friends, and they didn't really help me out. So I texted my mom, like my real mom, and I told her that I had something to tell her. And she was like, "What's wrong?" Or "What's up?" And then I didn't text her for a while because I was scared of telling her. So then, like 10 minutes later, she was like, "What's wrong?" And I told her, I think I'm gay. Or I'm pretty sure I'm gay, but it's just, yeah. And she was cool about it. She's like, "Well, I'm still gonna love you and everything. It's natural." And she took it well. And then I told her about my dad and how he didn't really take it as well. And she was like, "Don't worry, he'll come around." But like, I don't know, the next couple days after that, it was just like my dad would bring up the subject, and then I'd just make it or change the subject, because I didn't really feel comfortable talking to him about it. I mean, he's my dad. He's one of those guys that you see and you're like, yeah, those Mexican people that are like really homophobic. Yeah, that's my dad. So, like one day in the car, he told me a whole bunch of crap about me being stupid and me like that I was supposed to like girls and like do girls and not let guys do me. And then he told me, you got raped, didn't you? So I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm your son. I didn't get raped. I would have told you by now. But that just pissed me off, you know? Your dad thinking or actually like telling you and asking you if you were gay. I mean, if you got raped or something. And I got to the point where I'd go home crying, sometimes just going to the top of the tree and just looking down at everything through the town and thinking, you know, life, I could just make the pain go away. One jump. But, you know, thought of the consequences of it, no more, nothing, you know. So, didn't do anything, but yeah. 2 days after that, though, my dad took. I was in my grandma's house, and she lives like right in front of us. So I was just watching TV right there, and my dad comes in, and he's like, "Come outside. We need to talk." So I go outside, and he starts talking to me, and he's like, "Are you sure you're gay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure now." And then he was like, "Well, then I'm not gonna be able to trust you with your brothers." I mean, I have a right now. They're like two. I have 1 2-year-old brother and a 3-year-old brother on my dad's side, and well, yeah, he told me that he couldn't trust me with them anymore, and I was like, what? And I was like, yeah. So, yeah, you're not gonna be trusted with them anymore. So I just like yelled at him. I was like, what the hell did I do so that I wouldn't be able to be trusted with my own brothers? They're my brothers. What the hell would I do with them? Nothing. They're my own blood, for Christ's sakes. So just stormed into the house and just went inside my room. Put the music on. Just waited till school. But after that, things got to the point where it'd be more of a physical thing. Like my dad, at one point, he came in to the house. It was like 9 or 10. He was mad. I don't know why, but he came in. He started yelling at my face, and he called me a fag. And that really hurt. So it was like yeah, can't trust anyone. At that point, that's what I thought. But yeah, he was building this, or he still is. He's building this one house in like west side of here, that way. Yeah. Um, but he's building a house, and so during summer he was still getting the things, buying the materials, and it was on the saw. He like halfway cut his finger off, and he said it was my fault because I was giving him a lot to think about. I was stressing him out. So it's like, really came to that. But like I told him, and then eventually, well, yeah, can't keep this video going on forever, so I'll just post up another one after. Alright? Thanks. Subscribe.